What is up, y'all? This is Charlotte, and y'all know I had to run in here and talk about Rachel Dolezal. Oh my gosh, she's blown up the internet. She's blown up Instagram. Everyone's making jokes about it. Everyone's talking about it. She is just blown up. So who is Rachel Dolezal? Well, she is the president of the Spokane, Washington NAACP. She's also a professor of African American Studies at a university. She went to Howard University, which is a HBU, historically black college university. Um, she has been in the news, and recently she's been in the news because there's been a lot of racial related issues in the Spokane, Washington area where she's been handling those issues. And she's also been talking about different things that have happened to her being a black woman in Spokane, Washington, okay, and having and standing up for black people. So this is what I call motherfucking reporting 101. This is journalism 101. I mean, this reporter was a motherfucking genius. He got the bitch to say what he wanted her to say. He gets her comfortable. He talks about what she wants to talk about, which he don't really want to talk about that shit. But he gets her so motherfucking comfortable that he just went, bam. Is this your dad? Are you really African American? She flipped out. Y'all, okay, I cut the interview down shorter so you can see the punch that he gave her. Okay, and we're gonna look at that and we're gonna come right back.
Negative and terrorizing scenario, especially death threats and photos of lynchings. And as a Black Studies professor, I know what these images mean and take them very seriously given the history of racism in the United States.
Speaking of that, did your dad ever make it to Spokane in January for the ribbon cutting?
No, actually, he has unfortunately has bone cancer and was not able to get cleared for surgery, and so.
God, that sounds like a terrible break for you. I'm sure that he would have been very proud of you. Is that your dad?
Yeah, that's my dad.
This man right here is your father? Right there?
You have a question about that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I was wondering if your dad really is an African American man.
That's a very. I mean, I don't know what you're implying.
Are you African American?
I don't understand the question of. I did tell you that yes, that's my dad, and he was unable to come in January.
Are your parents? Are they white?
This shit is so funny. And what it didn't show is she ran away so fucking quick. And she left her purse and her cell phone and she ran into a store off the street. Like, he asked you a simple question. Are you African American? What's confusing about that question? Is that really your dad? What's confusing about that question? And when her ass got busted, the facial expression that she fucking had was fucking priceless. I mean, this was crazy. So going back to the interview, now, you know, Spokane is in Washington State. It's a very small town, population a little over 200,000, okay? And where I stay, they have suburbs, you know, bigger than that shit. So this is a small town. They were going to eventually find out that this black man was not her motherfucking dad. And they identified him as Albert Wilkerson Jr. And they called his ass on the phone and they was just basically like, his response was, I'm not about to throw her under the bus. And they basically say, well, is this your daughter or are you the dad? And he said, I think y'all know the answer to that question, and hung up the goddamn phone. This shit is weird, okay? It's crazy. You know, I mean, this is crazy. And it's not the fact that, you know, she's, you know, dressing like a black woman or whatever you would like to call it. It's just the fact that she will sit and fucking lie to the end about this shit. You're lying about your identity. You're lying about saying that your father has an illness so that they won't report him. Were you gonna eventually kill him his ass off because he has lung cancer? Were you gonna kill him off? You know, this is fucking crazy. This is fucking crazy. So, a response from Rachel is was due for Monday. Of course, she's canceled that shit. She don't know what the fuck to do. I mean, this interview will go down as one of a very classic interview of how your ass can get caught up when you sit and you fucking lie. This shit is gonna go down in history. This shit hilarious, just absolutely fucking hilarious. Now, of course, I've been looking on online and just looking at different people responses, and it is crazy. I had this one lady. She commented, and she was basically saying, "Look, uh, black people can't turn on the switch and say that we're white. So why do white people get that privilege to be black and white as well? Because those kids, and I know y'all heard about that story in the Dallas area where the white cop was kneeing a black female teenager and just kneeing her and just hurting her, slinging her to the ground like she's a goddamn animal, while a white parent is just sitting looking and like, oh, that's no big deal. If it was his fucking daughter being kneed in the fucking back, it was just disgusting, okay? So she gave out that example, and you know, I don't know, you know, if it's fair for her to switch around, and I feel like she can dress however the fuck she wants to dress. She should be able to. Just don't sit and lie about your ethnicity. You know, I don't have a the first president of the NAACP was a white man. This is not the issue with her being white. The issue is she's lying and she's making up shit, which in my head she's looking like a fucking lunatic. You know, because she's sitting and lying about her identity. She's fucking lying. So you guys tell me what you think about this crazy ass story. This is an ongoing story. She has not even, as I'm doing this video, she has not even came out and made a response. So this is an ongoing story. So please keep up the discussion about it. Let me know what the fuck you think about this weird, strange, crazy shit. Please let me know. And I am out, guys.